welcome to the latest episode of Tales of Symphonia. So in this one we're back at the Iselia ranch, and yeah, we're going to be trying to figure out how to defeat the base. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hold on. So I need to... That's it. There we go. My ring gas. Okay. Yeah, so in my last run through I got to the main boss and he absolutely decimated. I need to make sure that I'm ready. Carrying a lot of useless stuff at the moment. I know I could go to a customization guide, but it's just basically a lot quicker than this. Let's do this. Because she's quite literally one of the most important people in my team. She's my healer. Right, how many... Alright, so I've got 12 of them. Oh, bloody hell. Because even if Lloyd or the others pass out, then he can do a resurrection spell. Ah. That's straight into them.
We must be merciless.
Ow, ow, ow.
Field barrier.
Swallow. To inferior beings.
So, what my thought is, get rid of the little things around the main boss.
50% output should be sufficient.
They seem to be powering them up. I don't know how to get there.
Are you
There we go.
Do not bother us.
Hold on, these are treasure chest areas. So I think where I need to be is this way. Yeah, so I need to do a ring mist and ring mist. Yeah, here we go. The boss. Oh no, rescuing Chocolat, who hates us.
Chosen one!
Chocolat!
Don't move! So you're the intruders.
Yep.
The host bodies made a break for it when they heard you were here. You'll pay for this! Wha- You!
So, you like kicking people around, huh? Well, now it's payback time.
Oh, mini boss.
50% output should be sufficient.
Alright. Let's get these guys out of the way. Ow.
Field barrier. Healing circle.
That's pathetic. Yeah, pathetic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are there any others here?
Nope.
I think the people in the other rooms managed to get away already.
We'll take them with us and escape. Don't fail.
I know.
Rest of you, come with us.
If you don't want to be saved by me, just consider yourself rescued by the Chosen. Now hurry and go!
Boy, I changed my mind. Alright. Ow. So this is stuff I've already done because of the last run through. So I'm just kind of doing a bit of catch up. So it looks like we've split. Okay. So, that's more with feeling, as they always say. Oh, of course you have to go all the way down there. Oh.
Not much of a specimen.
Right.
Ready? Field barrier.
Field barrier.
Don't get in the way. That's it. Ready? Acuteness.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, that was close. Ooh, hello. I don't think I got these two in the last one. them.
New foes. Swallow me.
Field barrier.
No, you
Healing circle. That's it. Ready? Acuteness.
Bit tough.
All right.
Alright. Run past you guys. Ah. Okay, try and run past
Not
you
much of a
guys.
specimen.
Ow.
Ready? Field barrier. Death is on the way. Healing circle.
Ow.
Are you Acuteness. That's it.
There we go.
All right.
No, I don't want to say hello.
Reinforcements, huh?
Ready? Acuteness. Don't get in my way. Are you okay?
It'll be over soon.
Ready? Field barrier.
Oh, there we
I
go.
was just warming up.
Ow. Ooh, these things are a lot faster. Beam me up.
That's as far as you go.
Yep.
You're Forcestus.
What's this?
Well, well, so you remember me. Looks like it was a mistake to have let you live. I guess I'll have to take care of you personally.
You are a fool who cannot accept the fact that you are neither human nor elf. Now stand aside.
Surely you agree that the humans should be purged along with their world.
What needs to be purged are the contents of your pathetic brain. Life cannot survive without the world.
We have Darius Karlon. It is a world of mana, the very source of life. The destruction of this tainted world is of no concern to us.
How can you so easily cast away the world? Is it not the source of all life?
Mana is the source of life. And the very source of mana, Darius Karlon, will be our new world thanks to Lord Yggdrasil.
At this rate, this operation will be compromised.
I know. You will not get past me.
I didn't last time.
Inferior beings deserve to perish.
Okay. Alright. So, where is it? Come on. Alright, so... Alright, so... have them all attack the same.
Airblade.
We go up to the expo.
Airblade.
I think these things power him up.
Ready? Airblade. Here we go. Demon Fang.
Help is on the way. Be careful. Power.
Ready? Airplane!
Nurse.
It's too late.
Sorry.
Ooh, you got 2 in 1. Alright, so...
Be careful. Be careful.
Ready? Airplane!
Yeah, because I think these things are going through it.
Ready? Air thrust!
Healing circle.
Okay.
Hello. Magic lens to see how much... Oh, he's only 20k.
Ready? Healing
But he
circle.
does have a hell of a lot of damage.
Die!
That's, yeah, Miracle Gel for...
Beast. Help is on the way. Nurse.
Yeah, it's got everyone healed a bit.
Life. Revitalize.
Ready? Air thrust!
Pretty good.
Are you okay? First aid.
You ready? Cyclone!
Be careful.
Come on. You know you want to die. Just do it. Please.
Revitalize.
Thank you. Die!
Beautiful.
Oh, then that's all. Gosh, it's it's bursting.
Air thrust!
Ready? Acuteness. I wasn't
Sorry.
strong enough.
What, again?
Be careful.
Ready? Air thrust!
Here.
Okay.
Help is on the way. Nurse. Be careful.
Ready? Air thrust!
Grant has the breath of life. Revitalize.
Die! Here we go! Steven Fang!
Pretty good.
Acuteness.
How could I
Oh, there we go.
He's inferior.
Looks like Regal got him.
Redemption still eludes me.
Well done, Regal. That was a Regal way to go.
Hell, impossible. Oh,
Ah, no, Wilhelm scream.
Now we can stop the mana reactor. I don't have a clue what any of this stuff does.
I told you, leave the machines to me.
That's our professor. I knew it was a good idea to ask you to come along.
But yeah.
Lloyd, stop being silly. But I'm glad I was able to help.
What I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't care for pointless battles.
Help is on
It's been a week since I did this, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Like that?
Fumble around.
Revitalize!
No use! Two inferior
I was
beings?
just warming up.
Yeah, just warming up. Actually, what's down here? Use save points. Of course I want to. Oh no. Sneaky. Yes. Okay, run around those guys. Run around here, down here. And I'm back in the first room. Ah, no. Oh, we can blow this one up. Blow the other one up.
Lloyd, I'm so glad you're safe.
Yeah, all we need to do now is contact Sheena and...
You will do no such thing.
No.
Ooh,
I am
shot
one
the
of
back.
the 5 Grand Cardinals. I won't die so easily.
Oh dear.
I'm taking all of you inferior beings with me.
So, this is how the great Zion hero foresees to meets his end. Disappointed.
I see. I get it now. I wondered how a mere human could exude this smell of mana. You're Kratos.
What of it?
Lord Yggdrasil trusted you, yet in the end you betray us. This is why humans can never be trusted.
Ooh, and now.
No! You
Left.
bastard!
Ooh, language. Ooh, we got
Lord
points.
Yggdrasil, glory to the new age of half-elves.
Colette, are you okay? What's that?
No, don't look! Don't look at me!
Lloyd, send the message, quickly.
But Colette...
The Chosen won't die yet, but if you don't hurry, this world will. Now do it.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a signal. Disciple of everlasting ice. Hammer of godly thunder.
Ooh.
Servant of Mother Earth. Envoy from the dark abyss. I command thee. before me and unleash thine power. Okay, guys, I'm counting on you. Fire mana cannon!
Open fire on weapons. Jet canteen, treasure captain. I have to hope that there wasn't a city on the way to that. Ooh. Shocked. You are. What is this?
You mustn't get up.
You dear.
What was that cry?
Martell, I would assume. The out-of-control Great Seed is Martell herself.
I wonder.
The Great Seed is once again bound in the holy ground of Karlan. For that, I owe you my gratitude. Thank you.
Now I must betray you.
It seems that you have managed to save the Great Seed as well as this world.
If the Great Seed is intact, then I presume Martell, who's fused with it, is safe as well?
I'm sure that's good news for you. I wish I could say the same for me.
Colette, it looks like things have settled down.
It's gross, isn't it? It's disgusting, isn't it? It's...
It's not at all.
Stay away! Don't look at me!
Colette!
And then she goes and collapses.
It's okay, she just fainted. Let's take her back to the village.
To Iselia? But Lloyd and I were banished.
Colette's home is in Iselia. Besides, we can't just leave behind the people who were held at the ranch.
All right, let's go to Iselia.
Then I'll notify Sheena to meet you at Iselia. Farewell for now.
Dun dun dun.
I see. So the angels of Crucius were really half-elves.
Please don't tell anyone about this. We don't want to start a panic.
Indeed. Especially now that the Tower of Salvation is gone. I wouldn't dare tell people the truth.
Tower of Salvation is gone?
After that frightening earthquake, the tower disappeared from the eastern sky, along with that monstrosity.
How could it disappear?
Easy.
I don't know. The Chosen never completed the ritual of regeneration.
No, she just shot a massive cannon at the person that she's trying to revive.
The Crucius core system, which controls the appearance of the tower, may have malfunctioned. It is of little consequence.
No, it's not. It's a tremendous shock to the people of Silverhunt. After a giant earthquake sunders the land, the symbol of salvation vanishes. The Chosen will be held responsible.
Why? Lots of other Chosen have failed up till now, too.
The others have paid for their failure with their lives, but Colette is still alive.
When people are suffering, they feel the need to place the blame on someone.
It is not fair to Chocolat.
I'm gonna go see what's going on in the village.
Yes, because they're going to be so happy to see me.
I'll go too.
Let's all go together then. Sounds like it's a bit sketchy for you to be walking around by yourself.
I'll stay here. Go on.
Ooh, clear Tethayala. Ooh, save point, save point. Yeah. This is an outrage. Those who were banished returning without permission. The Chosen failed atrociously at the end of the world. Well, he certainly hasn't changed. On top of all of that, people we thought were elves were actually half-elves. Well, you're only half right. You're only half wrong. I bet you were the ones that led the Desians here to attack this village. What did you say? Eh, he's only a child. Doesn't matter if he's a child, he's a half-elf. I've heard enough from you, now listen. It's true that the Professor and Genus are half-elves, but so what? There are good half-elves just as there are bad humans. How does a kid know you were raised by a dwarf? No wonder you caused the Chosen to fail her journey. You even brought a bunch of dirty prisoners back here. It's intolerable how much pain you've caused the good humans of this village. But what? That's enough. You're just complaining about everything. Any part of you besides your mouth even work? Chocolat. Yeah, you tell him I've had all I can handle of this chump. You criticize and attack people for their birth and upbringing, things they cannot change. It is you who are not human. What? You have an arrangement with the Desians. I have a duty to protect this village, isn't that right? Say something. Genus is the smartest person in this village. He even knows factorizations that you don't know. Professor is scary when she's angry. When I know the answer, she's happy too. Lloyd isn't any good at school, but he's the strongest in the village. Saved me when I was attacked by monsters. Fletch is always falling down and stuff, but she never cries. She doesn't cry even when it hurts, because she's really grown up. Everyone. Rain! Shut up, you children, go away. Those children understand the truth much better than you do. Who do you think you are? And it's not just you. Everyone shoved all the responsibility on the Chosen and Lloyd and the others. What have you done? You haven't done anything. We are powerless. Peace. But even powerless, we can still aid the Chosen and our companions when they return exhausted to this village. Mayor, your words are so shallow that even a child can see through them. David, you are powerless and force everything onto the Chosen. But when push comes to shove, you turn and blame her. That's just too much. Alcestis is dead, there are no more restrictions upon this village. But take it in the Chosen and her companions and the people from the ranch. And Mayor, we're not going to let you say a word about it. Yeah. We'll exile you. Everyone, are you sure? I'm a half-elf, remember? Duh. But you were raised in this village, and Lloyd is like a member of this village too. Thank you, everyone. Fine, do what you want. I must apologize too. What? You saved me, yet I couldn't bring myself to accept it. I heard at the ranch about how you were kind to Grandma. Thank you. Thank you, Chocolat. I'll always remember Marble the rest of my life. Right. Go, person, you're in the way. The real challenge starts now. Don't give up, Chosen. What? More to do. Alright, so burnt out house. Let's have a look. Ooh, hello, Rain. Professor, what is it? No, it's nothing, just... No, never mind. Perhaps this village has some hope left for it after all. I was really looking forward to chewing out the mayor. I'm not stupid enough to waste my time lecturing pigs. Well, my apologies. Although she hasn't lectured you. Ooh, first small step. I'm so glad the people of the village accepted you, Venus. But the mayor... Just leave idiots like him alone. Always stubborn people like that, all we can do is just work to change those around us little by little. And Iselia was our first little step. For me, it was a great leap forward. Huh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. You running around in a burnt out house, running around in a burnt out house. Okay. So, let's continue. Okay. Fishies. Right, who are you? Yes, it's best for everyone to get... Oh, okay. Wait, what? Good luck. Make sure you come back. Is it my fault? Is it my fault? You mean Colette? If I hadn't made that key crash, Colette wouldn't have wound up like this. And instead she would still have no heart. No, if you hadn't saved her, Colette would have been killed by Crucius. As a tool for Martel's resurrection. Well, that's true, but... Not there to be any sacrifices. I don't want anyone to suffer. That way of thinking is not wrong. You must deal with the frustration of the fact that sometimes you're forced to make a choice. Lloyd, to take responsibility for the choices you have made. You're too harsh, Professor. The reason I say such harsh things is that I believe that you will overcome them. You are strong, Lloyd. Old lady. Doesn't work very hard, we have to understand that. Yeah. Shot. Do you have any of my potion? Ah, wooden break. Lady. Potion. Ah, you don't have any potions? Oh, fine, I'll buy some bread. Then I can make a sandwich. Yeah. Let's raid your house. No, you got nothing to steal. Bad shopkeeping. Person with a sword, hello. All those who were captured by the designs that have no place to return come to Iselia. We're all going to start over, working together for the future. Alright, let's go back to Chocolat. He left again without telling me. Be careful. Okay. Are you alright here? Let me... Ooh, thank you. There. Nope. Okay, so there's probably something else I need to do. Nobody knows what's really right. I understand what everyone is saying, but I still feel sorry for the man. He's rejected by everyone. Okay, let's go find it. Let's see if we can find the mayor. Rub it in. You may have been relying too much on Colette. Oh dear. Hello. Colette, are you alright now? Yes, I think I'm sorry for making everyone worry. I've accepted a request from Phaedra and Frank to escort the chosen to your father's house. Dad's house? Why? Grandmother said that dwarves know the most about Crucius crystals. I see, yeah, they probably do, but I'll go with you. I should visit Dad every once in a while. Yes, you do that. After I deliver the chosen, I will return to Crucius. What about Sheena? I requested the message we sent. She should rejoin you soon. Gotcha. Then let's go back to Dad's place. That Forsythus guy was a little different from the other 5 Grand Cardinals. He was a design hero who once killed every member of a group of humans that were leading a massacre of half-elves. A hero? He said that he was full of knightly virtue, kind to his companions, and a fierce god of death. From a human point of view, he's a horrible villain, but half-elves would be a true hero. Yes, that is why war is so tragic. To win means to make victims of your opponents and give birth to hatred. Orthosis had been born in a world where we accepted each other, we might have been able to get along. Yes, perhaps so. Hello, Graveyard. Hey, Mum, I'm back again. It's all thanks to your Iselia. Without it, I'd never have made it this far. I'm getting stronger, but I still need to hold on to it just a little while longer. Eric's skills. How much of dwarven techniques did your father inherit? Not much, all of it, I guess. Dwarves who chose not to join Crucius lost a variety of skills in exchange for their freedom. My father is almost certainly one of those survivors. I see, so that's why Dad and Altessa don't know the same things. Chosen's illness may be beyond Dirk's ability to cure. No.
Lloyd! Dad! How have you been? Were you affected by the earthquake?
This area is on top of hard bedrock. Everything is fine.
Dirk, we are here by the request of Colet's family. They wish for you to help her.
I'm afraid even if Crucius crystals are an evolved form of X-Sphere, I still don't know the first thing about them. It'd be a better idea to ask a dwarf over in that Tethiala place.
Oh, so even you don't know anything about these?
I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. At least stay here for the night to get some rest.
I must politely decline.
Ah, all right.
Wait, are you really going back to Crucius?
I am an angel of Crucius.
Then why didn't you follow Yggdrasil's orders? To leave the Great Seed alone?
I have my reasons, that's all. But as a result, Martel was not lost. That goes along with Yggdrasil's wishes.
It's true, then. You really are our enemy.
Lloyd.
What?
If you want to save the Chosen, you should research the records from the ancient Karlan War. Remember the words of the unicorn at Lake Umasi.
Wait, why are you with Crucius when you're a human? What is he trying to do?
I can't remember what the unicorn said. Oh, Sheena.
Hey, wasn't that Kratos just now?
Sheena! Yeah, he returned to Crucius.
I see. So he really is our enemy.
Only a little bit.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back.
Thanks. Thank goodness we stopped the giant tree.
Yeah.
Ooh, safe point. There we go. Hello.
I bet you lived a crappy, hard life so far, huh?
Gee, you sure know how to cheer someone up, don't you?
Well, don't worry about it too much. So now what? Aren't you at your wit's end right about now?
Why do you say that?
The giant tree, which we thought was all good, goes nuts. Our cute little Colette comes down with some funky cold. It's just human nature to start getting tired of it all.
I'm never gonna give up. If I quit, I'll never be able to face all the people who've suffered because of what I've done.
Yes, he's a mass murderer.
So I'm gonna fight to the very end. I can't give up.
Hot-headed and stubborn as hell. Well, but I guess that's what I dig about you.
Ooh, Genus, why are you in my bedroom?
Lloyd, I feel like I'm starting to hate humans more and more.
I'm sorry, Genus.
You don't have to apologize, Lloyd. I like you, as well as the people of Iselia. It's just that when I think about how there are lots of people who think just like the mayor...
I remember a lesson where the professor said that words exist in order for people to understand one another.
What do you do about people who don't want to understand?
Do what Lloyd does, kill him.
Genus.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you. Don't... Lloyd?
I'm sorry.
I remember... What do you do? I'm
Alright, so it looks like I've got to hunt everybody down.
This whole time, Colette hid her suffering deep in her heart, and always kept a smile on her face.
Yeah, and once again, I failed to notice.
She is a courageous girl. It takes tremendous strength to smile no matter how dire the situation.
Colette hides her suffering too much. It's okay for her to let her true feelings show.
She knows the power that words possess.
Power of words?
Your will manifests itself in the words you speak, whether they be curses or words of joy. The soul of those words yields power.
I get it. Okay, and I'm gonna say it out loud right now. I will save Colette and both worlds.
Oh no, wait. I'll save Colette till last. Considering what's going to happen now, you should go talk with the others. Ah,
This area resembles Ozette.
Yeah, this entire area is surrounded by a forest.
Lloyd, I heard about Chocolat.
And about Marble?
Yes, and other things as well.
okay. Oh, got speed.
Were you hurt by Chocolat's hatred towards you?
Yes, but she ran off before we could run a thought through her.
Well, yeah. It's definitely painful when someone hates you, even if I deserved it.
I see.
But I'm going to do everything I can to make up for it, even if I don't ever make up for it completely.
Even if she never forgives you?
Whether or not you're forgiven isn't important. It's the effort that matters. At least, that's what I think.
The problem is what to do now. We need to know how the two worlds were forced apart before we can figure out a way to save them.
How the worlds were forced apart. I wonder about that too, but I also want to know why Yggdrasil split the world in two.
Don't you think it was to protect the Great Seed? To protect Martel?
But because the worlds were pulled apart, that phase thing got shifted. And the Great Seed became unstable, right? And that's not really protecting her. That's more like putting her in danger.
Might be trying to kill her.
Lloyd, you manage to say something intelligent every now and then. You're absolutely right.
Every now and then? Jeez, that's harsh.
The who, why, and how. That's what we need to know.
Right now, all we know is who.
Lloyd, I'm sorry. I'm being a burden to you again, aren't I?
What are you talking about? You're the one that's suffering. Stop apologizing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Lloyd, you saw my shoulder, right?
No, it's actually your left shoulder.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm just gonna turn into one big X-sphere.
You dork. There's no way that'll happen.
But it keeps spreading. Right now it's still hidden under my clothes. But eventually,
Colette.
if that happens, you're gonna hate me. I've caused you so much trouble, and now on top of that, my body's turning into this disgusting thing.
It's not disgusting. Remember what I said. You're you. Even if you become an X-sphere. No, I won't let you become an X-sphere.
Really?
Yeah. Have I ever lied before? Well, okay, I have.
Oh, wow. Way to boost the confidence.
But I did keep my promise to give you your birthday present.
8.
So I swear that I'll save you no matter what.
You always save me. And you always keep the promises you've made to me.
Yeah, so cheer up. When you're down, everyone feels sad, including me.
I'm truly thankful to have met you, Lloyd. This time, I don't want to disappear. I really don't. I'm gonna live, right? I'm going to be able to stay by your side, right?
Of course. You're right here, in front of me, alive.
Slowly dying.
I swear that you will be absolutely, positively, indubitably all right.
That's a big trophy. What are we going to do now? Let's go see our castle left. Yes, regardless of whether or not you know our words, you'd better return to the elephant. And we trust him though. We don't have any other leads. All we can do is keep on going. to the desert. Is it a punishment? But is your body okay? Yes, I'm sorry to worry you. I see, that's good then. I wonder if this is a punishment, the footload regeneration. Nonsense, you suffered through all that by yourself. How would anyone want to punish that? Thank you, Lloyd. You made me cry again. Signora Altezza. You, if you're back here, Tessiera, then the road must be actually, huh? I see, so that's what caused a massive earthquake the other day. Was it damage on the site too? It seems that the other regions were not greatly affected, but there were landslides and falling rocks in this area, and because that Mythos was... Mythos, what happened? You're hurt. This is okay, I'm fine now. Did you see the boulders outside? The other day there was a massive earthquake, and the boulders fell towards me. Mythos saved me, but he was hurt instead. You see, I'm glad you're safe. Yeah, I was really impressed for you. You picked Tabitha like that, Mythos. Saved us before too. You're a really nice guy, Mythos. Ah, not really. Mythos is a kind person. Yeah, he helped us find Rain when she disappeared too. You're awesome, Mythos. Thank you. A nice guy. Regarding Colette's illness, it's most likely chronic Angelus crystallis inofficium. Chronic Angelus. Rejection of a crystal is said to occur in one out of every million people. The herd with knowledge of a cure was lost long ago. If we find records from the ancient war, then perhaps it all comes back to the ancient war. But where do we go to find records of it? There's an archive building in Spyback dedicated to the history of Mythos. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I've heard of that. Oh yes, I do know about that too. An archive building, I wonder if it will be... If you like, I can show you around there. Yeah, that'd be great. You just want to go with me? Hey. Well, I guess an archive building will be safe enough. Sure, let's go together. Right, so... Ooh, there's the boulders. Ooh, they broke the kiln. The city seems to be uneasy. The atmosphere makes it difficult to concentrate. Did something happen? Yes, a massive earthquake. The planet quake. Ooh. Nothing. There we go. Yep. Ooh. Engines weapons. No. 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 Nope, nothing. How disappointing. The girls presented to Mythos and his companions on display in this area. Hey, take a look at this. So, one of Mythos' companions was afflicted with disease that crystallized his body. That sounds the same as Chocolat. That is sick. Ah, yeah, a little. What happened? That hurts. And to cure it. Then there is a way to cure it, as our chat suspect. I hope the technique hasn't been lost. So what's the cure? It says a unicorn save a maiden. Is that the unicorn horn that we got at Lake Lumacy? You mean the one that Rain used to learn new healing arts? If so, then we already know that those healing arts can't help Colette. I wonder if the unicorn itself is necessary. Now that you mention it, the unicorn did say that if the healing Martel's sickness, something like that, it's just as Kratos said. Remember the unicorn's words. I wonder who Kratos really is. What are you talking about? He's a traitor. What are you going to do if you trust him and wind up regretting it? I trust Kratos. Yeah. Oh, you're strong. Do you think so? You trust someone who's betrayed you once? That's amazing. You feel special. Eyes don't feel hostile when he looks at me. I envy you, Lloyd. Wish I could have been like you. Oh no, you don't want that. You became like Lloyd, you'd turn into an idiot. You genius? Yeah, I really envy you. But how can we find more information on the Karlan War? I've heard that the royal family has compiled and stored most of the materials concerning Mythos and the Karlan War. During the Karlan War, Mythos did have various interactions with the rulers. So it's Mount Tokyo then, but the Pope will be bringing down our next is dangerous. Don't have the luxury of complaining about that now. Yeah, we'll head for Mount Tokyo, but you should go back and no, we'll take Mythos back and it's fine, I can go back by myself. But it's fine, don't you hurry. And you're going to be infiltrating my castle, right? So be careful. Yeah, okay then. Okay guys, let's go. Let's not question it. Do they really believe it? Do they all really believe him? Chosen sickness. Yes, it's only briefly mentioned in Mythos' records. Find if any of the other Chosen who embarked on the world's regeneration encountered the same disease. Among the Chosen who died along the way, there may have been some who suffered from it. Chosen is always one who suffers. We must do something to save that innocent. Ooh, very long bridge. Ooh, there's Mount Tokyo. Enter Mount Tokyo. Are you still here? Hurry and run away. Plane. Go through the sewer. Yeah, quick jump. This is the money. Yep, it's all here. Yeah. How long before the king was dead? Probably another month or so with this poison. Takes a while. Been told to make it look like he died from an illness. It's slow, but he'll die for sure. Tell us eminence of hope. Wait just a little bit longer. I see. I knew there was something wrong with when the normally healthy king got sick. What are we going to do, Lloyd? Isn't obvious. If we save the king, he'll be in our dash. Let's go. Why can't they just say that they'll save him? Who's there? Who's there? Dun dun dun! It's the Chosen! Damn it! Damn it, Zelos! What? It's you, Barley. There! Exclamation mark! Damn, I can't have people knowing about the assassination. Die here. Be quiet. I won't forgive you. I'm going to die here? You've got to be kidding me. I'm going to die here like that damned Alicia. Don't insult Alicia. He was the link between the Pope and Rodale to the five Grand Cardinals. The Pope is connected to Cucinawa as well. The X's and Tethiola passed from Vali to Rodale. The expanse related to the Crucius Crystals will pass from Rodale to Vali and ultimate Pope. The Pope probably asked them to assassinate the king in exchange for his cooperation. Insolence! Alright, let's get with it.
This is gonna be cake.
Ready?
I need to see the reason why I'm that fast.
Help is on the way. Healing circle!
I need some of that.
Ready? Ready! Demon! Help is on the way. Nurse!
Ready for this?
Come on. He's trying to mimic him.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Help is on the way. Healing circle!
Come on.
Help is on the way. Healing circle! Demon Fang! Ready for this? Are you okay? No way! Are you okay? First aid!
Come on.
Light! Photon! Oh, over already?
Over already? That's hard. End of a revenge. I finally accomplished my goal. What will you do now? For the sake of Lloyd and the others who aided me in my revenge, and for Alicia's sake as well, I shall assist in what ways I can to eliminate Crucius. Yeah. Defeating Vali does not mean that everything is over. In fact, it may just be the beginning. Beginning? New beginning for the sake of turning our eyes from the past and towards the future. Savey point. Yeah, you're a savey point. Our honeys, we're home. You people look like the wanted. Oh dear. We are. This is the Martel Cathedral. It's the largest temple in Tethiola. Okay, let's go burn it down. Oh, late. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. How did he not see all of them? What? What are you people doing here? We have something we want to ask you about. You're poisoning His Majesty, aren't you? I don't know what you're talking about. You're certainly a stubborn little liar. Is there an antidote? I don't know anything. Don't move, British Savior. And let's have you poison. Doesn't take effect immediately anyway. Alright, it's in the drawer in the desk. Here it is. I have something I've been wanting to ask you too. Why did you try to have Kate executed? She's your daughter. Shut up, what do you know? I don't know. So that's why I'm asking. Are you stupid or something? You have a half-elven daughter. Why would you take the initiative in creating rules to repress half-elves? When I was young, I also thought the oppression of half-elves was wrong. Then why? The church exists to offer salvation to all, does it not? Are you capable of understanding the terror of growing older? While your child who supposedly shares your blood does not? That's not Kate's fault. What kind of species half-elves are? Yes, and that is why they are shunned. I understand the feelings of those who persecute. As my daughter is a half-elf, she terrifies me. I just called the guards if chosen. Chosen dies here. The church will be mine in both name and reality. Will the Church of Martel last without chosen? We have Celis. So you did intend to drag my sister with this, you pathetic old geezer. Your fault. Why is a worthless and irresponsible man like you chosen? If it weren't for you, no one would have interfered with my half-elf banishment project. Why do humans treat us this way? Those who are different must be eliminated. Shut up. Doesn't matter if you're half-elf, a human, or whatever. No matter who or what you are, once you're born in this world, you have the right to live. Don't move. Hey, they're gonna get away. I will take care of them. Damn, you got away. You're chosen. I'm sorry. Please prepare yourself. An angel has come down from heaven. It's the second coming of Spiritual. Look, your heretical deeds have brought down an emissary Crucius. Chosen one, then this will truly be, if she is the angel of death, destruction Spiritual returned. Please forgive us, O great angel. What should I do? Hey, what's going on? Don't worry, just follow my lead. The holy angel, how shall we deal with these creatures? Let's say you're going to kill them. But okay, just say it like you're in command. Die. But please forgive us. Everyone, please spare their lives in my name. I will defeat those who oppose you and once again act as the chosen to spread the teachings of Martel. Please, may you forgive them. Okay, I shall forgive you. Did you hear that? The angel has recognized the chosen as the true holy will of the church. Leave at once and capture my enemies, Pope and his private soldiers of Papal Night. Yes, sir. Revoke the wanted status of the chosen and his companions at once. Yes, sir. Everyone do as the chosen commands. And they ran away. Oh, everyone did what you said, Zelos. They were saved by the legend of Spiritual. Is that related to Spiritual, the chosen of Silverhand? Beats me. If you want to know the details, go read the books in a church or something. No, Spiritual is famous for saving a chosen by killing a king who tried to expose a chosen. That's kind of like what's going on now. Does this mean they won't be chasing us anymore? The church should be fine now, anyway. What's left is Majesty. We need to let him know that he's been poisoned. But wait! Princess, please, let us see his Majesty. I must kill him. I don't know anything about the Return Spiritual, but my father is sick. My father only wanted to protect Iselia. No. Are you aware that his Majesty was poisoned by the Pope? That can't be. True, the Pope has run away upon being investigated for it. Must hurry and neutralize the poison. Please move. Looks like this is definitely the antidote. Oh, Father! Ah, what? It looks like you've regained conscience. Do you recognize me? Oh god. traitor Zelos. Have you come to kill me? No, Zelos saved you. Traitor? Yes, that does seem... Anyway, we were sent up by the Pope. We have no intention of harming Tetiana. Even if the ruling family were to doubt him, church soldiers and citizens will certainly side with Zelos for chosen. We have the return of spiritual of this after all. What do you want? I want to see documents concerning the hero mythos, the Karlan War, that are maintained by the royal family. They are stored in the archive on the second floor. Do what you will with them. Do not show yourselves in front of the king. I am tired. I want nothing more than church's power struggle. You're just being selfish. Alright, kid. In your majesty, we shall allow ourselves access. Now, Robin. Hurry and go. Fine. I didn't want to rob you. These are royal chambers, yes sir. Alright, so I've got to find the way up to the floor. It's an armory. Ah, Barrett. You, sir. You're a proud imperial guard, trusted with blood and himself. You've done a smashing job so far. Right, so, save point. Save, yes. Okay. Alright, let's start looking through the books. That's some of the words never said before. It's no use. I can't be through all of this and still haven't found it. Are there any other books? I'm not going to give up. There has to be a way. Lloyd, thank you, but it's okay. You can stop. This is angelic language. No, they're ancient elven letters. This may be it. I certainly didn't expect to find a book that way. Oh, I did. Collect scholars. That seems to be truly blessed. Professor, what does it say? State. I want to convert the origin of the crucial crystal, mana fragment, and zircon. I was using Boltzmann's technique to create a rune crest. Flavors from the mana leaf herb, the place of the crest protect against the crystallization of the illness. The rest of this is disappearing. So in other words, we need a mana fragment, zircon, and a unicorn. And a mana leaf herb, then we make call it rune crest. Attach them to the key crystals, press the crystal's activity. Who's going to make that? A dwarf, I guess. What is that? Collect the body. It says it's called chronic angelus crystallis mission psychotasis diagnosis. The nurse causes the entire body to become a crucius crystal. Okay, now we have some hope. There's not much time to say the epidermal crystallization begins within a few months. From the final stage of the disease causes the body to completely crystallize. Internal organs start to crystallize once the epidermis is crystallized, and then finally, die. I suppose there's no point on Regiment's words? Yes, exactly. And let's hurry, cute dogs deserve to live long. Where are the materials? My company wants actual zircon. Go to the main arena building, which should be able to find some information on it and where it is stored. I know this bird is probably in Heimdall. The Elven village? Yes, I think I've heard the name of a plant before when I was a child. People of Heimdall forbid anyone that is not an elf to enter the village. Why? Seems there was some trouble between them and a human long time ago. These days, no one enters without a permit from the King of Iselia. What if the king will give us a permit? No, he doesn't seem to want to see me. We could try asking Princess Elda. And assuming we can get a mana leaf for her, what about the mana fragment? Which is it anyway? Beats me. In the scriptures of Church of Martel, there is a passage that says, a colossal mana of the great mother Darus Karlan rained down upon the earth and fragments giving birth to all living things. So it's Darus Karlan? No proof, but That's the enemy's main base. Let's do that later. First, we'll go to either Heimdall or Belows Island. Not too near. Well, first things first, we need to go and see the prince. Well, first things first, we need to save, then we need to go and see the princess. And reminder how we graciously saved her father's life. In exchange, we would like a permit to enter the dwarven village. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yep. The king is rested if you have urgent business. Oh, where the bloody hell is she then? Oh, there she is. Why could she be by as far as side while he's dying? Okay. Our father says that he does not want to meet with anyone, but we have to go to Heimdall. King the Demon can issue the pass to Heimdall, right? Could you please ask him for us, princess? Tell us if you insist I will ask my father. Please wait a moment. Go the wrong way. Even if we receive a pass, Heimdall will not friendly bench to anyone except elves. We can't say if they'll give us a mannerly ferret. We'll get them to give it to us somehow. Yes, you might have given it. This is a letter from my father, Heimdall. You should be able to enter the village with this. Thank you. Princess, you have my pen. Let's find out anything. Being there, Lloyd. The Tower of Salvation is located center of the world, right? It's not up there. Our head is surrounded by the Mirror Forest. Okay, let's go, guys. I turned away from it. Yeah. I'm running free, running free. And up we go. And we turn sideways. There we go. Ymir Fox. Ymir Fox is a dungeon. Good question. How do I have a silver member? The pageant's a figure I was born. Okay, let's go. We finally made it this far. Heimdall, where I was born and raised, but only pure-blood elves can live. Professor, what's with the scary look? Nothing. Let's keep going. Okay. Okay, what does this do? Okay then, yeah. This it's nothing happened. Yeah, how do we use this? Maybe I only have effect in specific places. I see. Let's try out the ring. Okay, that's enough. So this ring is Liverpool animal ring. Looks like an effect when you put that truth on. I have a feeling that it's reacting with power enough and stuff. That's a weird ability. Oh well. Calling animals, fun. So nothing else is going to happen. Okay.
We must be merciless. Healing fervor.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, let's do it. Cooking. Ooh, jump. Fucking tight. Alright. There we go. Oh no, wait. Yeah, 5. Now there is none coming here. It will become perfectly clear and just a moment. Right, so on that, I'm going to call that an end to the thing. So thank you very much for watching. The history of my streaming can be found on my YouTube channel, but if you're watching through Twitch, please follow the channel. Every follow helps. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in my next video.